Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome back to O3FM episode 9.
The big 9, we're almost at double digits.
Yeah, another episode of the world's most hated podcast. So, yeah, we're just going to jump right into it.
Mm-hmm.
Got some good topics for today. And yeah, I don't know, big looks for the future. We've been talking. So, keep an eye out. Stay tuned. It's going to be fun.
Hopefully we just get better and better with the quality.
Yeah. That's dope. You want to...
Okay.
Yeah, I know you had a topic to jump into.
So, I saw this, New Jersey 101.5. I guess it's like a radio
Oh,
station.
101.5?
Yeah.
Love 101.5.
So, it's an article, World's Largest Indoor Go-Kart Track Coming to New Jersey. So, did you hear about this?
I have.
Fuck.
You sent it to me, but
I did?
Or you sent it to our... We were in a group chat.
Well, I have like the specs of the place, so I'll talk about that. The company is called Supercharged Entertainment. They already operate a similar 80,000 square foot facility in Wrentham, Massachusetts. The company has stated that the new go-kart track in New Jersey is 28% bigger than the one in Massachusetts, with 10 elevation changes and enough room for 4 wide racing. So I guess you can have 3 people next to you in your go-kart alongside, which is crazy. And it costs $27. You have to be 58 inches or dollars, so Jake might not make the cut. And that's really it, but that's going to be crazy.
No, that's sick.
It's like, especially having the world's largest go-kart track in Edison, that's not far away from us at all. So it's cool that it's coming so close to us and not... Yeah. The world's largest go-kart track can be anywhere in the world, so right next to us is pretty cool.
No, it's dope. Sorry if you could hear my dog in the background. But that's sick. And I think you sent like the picture of it. I'll put it on screen. But it's like multi-level.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It changes height 10 different times in the one course. So you're always going up and down.
That's so fun. Because, dude, the last time I did... do you remember when I went to Camp Woodward?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. That was the last time that I did go-karting.
Like, so that was I've ever really done go-karting.
So long ago. Dude, I've always wanted to go on one that goes like 50.
They're probably crazy.
But if you
just
roll...
flying around or you die.
You need like a roll cage or something.
We were supposed to go to one... I don't know what town. It was like 45 minutes away from us. Mm-hmm. This is actually a funny story. So we were supposed to go, and I think there was like 8 of us. We got there, and they tell us it's a 3-hour wait. We're not doing that. And then when we were leaving, Michael drove home with me, and it was close. It was in Jersey City, and it's pretty close to the border of New Jersey and New York City. Me and Michael made a wrong turn leaving the place. We were another wrong turn from going into New York City. Like, wrong right, and we were headed on the bridge onto New York City.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I remember going to... I went to, it was the American Dream Mall, which apparently is having some crazy controversy right now.
They missed like a $10 million payment or something like that.
But I was going there to snowboard because they have indoor snowboarding. And like I almost made a wrong turn and I was like right in the city.
I told Michael, like, if we end up in New York City, I'm not going back. We're starting a new life over here. I'm not risking my life to go back through the bridge.
Yeah, because dude, all the driving in like near Newark and New York City... Unreal.
I drove Jess and Josie to Governor's Ball right in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
If I had a gun, I would have started spraying people and shot myself. It was crazy.
Wait, what?
The traffic was ridiculous.
Oh, bro, that was so out of context. I was like, what the...
No, I was going crazy. That's how bad it was. Like I said, like, I'd be on an exit, and then... It's like during the very end, there's the white lines, like the cautionary not really supposed to go in to signify an exit. Yeah. There'd be 18 people with their cars in there just waiting to get, and you have to let them in because they just keep rolling. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. No driving. If you're not, I don't know where most of our viewers are from. I'm assuming United States, I think is our stat. But like whatever states, if you have never driven in the states of New York or New Jersey, like, you don't understand what it's like.
It's literally a video game.
It's literally like a video game. Can you explain that?
What a loser.
Yeah. We're just making fun of some of our hate comments. It's mad funny. But today, me and Kevin, we're trying to reform some of our habits of saying like and me saying yup and yeah while
Message
he's talking.
deleted.
Yeah. Oh, and I wore this shirt. I hope you like it. It's got the Twitch logo right here, and it says "message deleted."
And you have to say it like that emotion with the
Yeah, with the
message deleted.
Message deleted. The big one, and we're gonna milk the man.
Yeah,
Let's
we're gonna
make sure the mic doesn't drop off. We're gonna milk the man even more.
Let's go milk him.
Oh my god. Andrew Tate.
Oh.
Here we go.
Get more views out of him.
Get more views out of him.
Before he's still going.
If no one, I mean, I'm assuming literally everyone on the internet knows, but Andrew Tate has been banned off just about every social media platform.
I think at this point, every social media platform.
Yeah. More specifically, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And I mean, like, I'm pretty sure, like, TikTok, Facebook, or maybe it's Facebook and Instagram are, like,
they're
owned by the same company. Yeah. So that would make sense. But, like, it's literally, and maybe even Twitter, too. I'm not totally sure.
I think Twitter's a separate one.
Okay. But do you know if he got banned on that? I'm not too sure.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
Yeah. But how crazy is that, bro? That like... So, well, the first thing that puts me off is that all these massive companies, it happened at once. Like, it was all within a day.
All within, like, one weekend. And
yeah.
I heard someone say, I don't remember who, but they said there had to have been, like, a conference call or something like that happened.
Exactly.
The big people at each company to get him off at the same time.
Yeah.
Because he's been around now for a couple of weeks, maybe in a couple of months.
Yeah.
So they had all that time, but everyone did it the same weekend. Kind of sussy.
It's kind of... Yeah, it's definitely weird, and it's kind of scary that, like, because obviously a monopoly is when one company dominates, like, a certain thing, but technically it's kind of a monopoly if they get together.
Yeah, if they're separate, but they still make decisions as one.
Yeah, and it's not like, I'm pretty sure Andrew Tate didn't even upload that much content himself, right?
I don't think so.
Like,
it was there's other people reposting interviews and things like that people had with him.
Yeah, so why wouldn't the social media platforms just take down those videos? Especially because a lot of his, I'm not gonna lie, like, I know he is very, like, extreme in his views.
Very controversial.
And, like, a lot of his views are wrong, and I do think that. But, like, a lot of it was taken out of context.
That's what he said, because he posted...
I saw that.
I didn't watch it, but it was, like, an hour-long video where he just talked about, like, everything. It was, like, his final goodbye message. If he doesn't make a return, he's just going to stay off the grid and delete everything that he still has remaining. And Tristan, his brother, said almost every clip you see of Andrew that is meant to make him look bad was taken out of context.
Yeah. Dude, so going back to an old episode, we talked about how Andrew Tate in the beginning of his rise to fame said he had a 3-phase plan. Do you think this now concludes phase 1?
I don't know. I
That's
thought about
scary.
that when I heard him say that this is his final goodbye. So it really made me think, is this all part of his plan? Because if he's smart enough to make the millions that he supposedly made and smart enough to blow up this much, he has to be smart enough to expect that he's going to get banned eventually.
Yeah.
So maybe it was just horrible planning. And it was all just, the 3-step plan was just another scheme that was to be talked about.
That has the potential to be insane. Sounds like the beginning of a movie. And honestly, he is pretty powerful from what it seems.
Yeah.
So
he was the most searched person in the world for the last couple of weeks, so
yeah,
people know who he is.
So a little bit of Andrew Tate information for you. But really quickly, I did want to elaborate on one more thing because I was doing some research for today's episode about him and, like, why he got banned off all the platforms. And did you know Andrew Tate was on Andrew Tate was on Big Brother. You know, like, Big Brother, the television show?
I've heard of it. I don't really know what it is, though.
Yeah, it's like this game show, television show, almost like reality television show. And he was on Big Brother 17 for the UK. Like, what? I've never heard of that.
I think he lives in the UK, or, like, he has something to do with the UK.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But he was on that show. And I don't, for some reason, that's never popped up. Like, never a clip of that or anything. So, I just thought that was mad funny.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just, like, so random. But, yeah. I think that's enough, Andrew Tate.
We're finally done with the man.
Yeah.
His name can rest with him.
Honestly, though,
unless that was just phase 1. You never know.
I bet maybe phase 2 and 3 are in the dark, though, you know?
That's true.
Like, maybe he's working
just
in
one
the
day
dark.
we check, Andrew Tate's on the richest man on the planet or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know. He's like a mysterious man. Mysterious people are what like scare me. Not like scare me, but like I don't. Maybe they do scare me a little bit. But it's dope. It's kind of dope.
Being mysterious is such a cool feeling.
Yeah. And oh, sorry.
Like musicians that are like mysterious, like they just pop up every now and then and make music, and
Yeah.
then you never hear from them or anything like that. Like you don't know what the hell's going on.
Mm.
I think that is so cool.
Speaking of that, do you remember the Dolan twins?
Yeah.
So the Dolan twins, they were huge on I think it was Vine they came up on, and something I don't know. Oh yeah. My friend works at Home Depot. Danny works at Home Depot, and he saw them. They were buying stuff because they live in New Jersey.
Yeah, I didn't know they lived in, like around here.
Yeah, but apparently they gave up all the fame like uploading to YouTube like a year ago. Like their most recent video was like a year ago, and they're just living normal lives.
That's pretty cool.
And I told one of my coworkers, and she's like, "Yeah, I see him at the gym all the time in my town, because she lives kind of near here."
Aren't they like major celebrities?
Yeah, right.
Oh, he just goes to the gym with me.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But there's a bodybuilder. I don't remember what his name is, but he works out at the Crunch in East Brunswick.
Really?
Yeah, like I've
That's
used
dope.
the same machine that he's used, and
Yeah.
he's a. I can't remember what his name is though. If it pops up in my head, I'll say it. But
Word. You know Jesse James West? He lives in Sparta, New Jersey.
yeah, that's where we played against him in lacrosse.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
I was just about to say that he played lacrosse, and we're not like his age, but we're like a couple years under, so we probably played him in lacrosse.
I think I remember because that's when he posted like more lacrosse videos, and he wasn't nearly the same as he was now. But
Yeah.
I think he was a senior when we were freshmen, because I remember like Dom Campanelli was guarding him or something like that.
That's crazy.
Which is pretty cool.
No, that's dope. He just did his first bodybuilding comp, which is kind of cool.
Did he do good?
I think he placed like 6th overall in men's
Pretty
physique.
good.
That's pretty good, yeah. Especially for being like, because he's more of a entertainer versus like a bodybuilder.
Yeah, entertainer first.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, dope for him though. It's good stuff.
Definitely.
But you want to jump into some more things?
Mm-hmm.
So I think on the podcast, I want to say a couple episodes ago, I talked about how kids don't go outside. Like you never see kids outside
They don't
anymore.
play outside anymore.
Yeah. So I recently, I don't know, I was just thinking, because I love Halloween. I love Halloween, like decorating for Halloween, all that shit.
It's one of the best holidays.
It is. And like the music, I don't know, everything about
the music
Halloween.
alone makes it top 3.
The vibe, like fall. I just love holiday season, like Christmas and all that. But I thought about Halloween season, and kids don't go trick-or-treating anymore, from what I remember. Because the town that me and Kevin live in, the development near us is like a super popular town, because houses they're not like super close, but they're relatively close, and it's like pretty dense. And for some reason, when I was younger, I just remember a swarm of
There
kids.
was millions of kids.
Yeah.
They would come out of the woodworks.
Yeah, and this past Halloween, I went trick-or-treating with my girlfriend, and I hardly saw kids. I'm 19 and trick-or-treating, by the way, and I went out, and I didn't see like any kids. It was weird.
I wouldn't be surprised if more kids were. I don't know. I feel like parents would just buy their kids candy now.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like it could have to do with COVID.
Yeah, I was gonna
like
say that.
parents don't want their kids going out in these mobs of people, but I wouldn't be surprised if kids don't go at it. Like, I'm sure some kids will go, but if the millions don't go out anymore, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but now that it's now it's like not a
we
pandemic.
both just sat up at the
Yeah.
same time. We both tighten up.
Now that's not a pandemic anymore, and I think it moved to an endemic. I don't know, or something like that. I forget what it's called. Apparently it's like I don't know. People are gonna be less like weary and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think a return would be great, because that aesthetic and like all
It's so
that.
much fun, like running around with your friends.
I used to have the time of my life. Like I
You feel like you get 10,000 grams of added sugar in one bag.
yeah, that was one of like my best memories growing up was Halloween and just all that. I love it.
Well, yeah, trick-or-treating with your friends is one of the greatest feelings ever, like running house to house.
Yeah.
There was one time we went, I think there was the time with the Ring doorbell, but there was another time, I think there's like 15 of us, and we went up to this lady's house, and she like wasn't expecting kids or something like that, so she had to go grab the candy, and she closed the door, and I forget who it was, but they sat on a bench next to the door,
The door, yeah.
because you walked like up like steps, and there was probably like 4 or 5 feet of concrete,
Yeah.
and there was a bench. Were you there for this?
No, I wasn't, but this is just about to make me laugh.
I forget who they sat on the bench, and they started laughing, and they fell back like 5 feet, and the bench fell off, and we all without even saying anything, we all just got up and ran out of there because we thought they broke the bench. We just got out of it, but it was so funny.
Just dash. No, I love just being like straight up goons on
Devious.
Yeah, literally devious, mischievous. I'm rapping.
Devious, mischievous, devious.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Halloween, it's gotta make a comeback. Kids gotta start coming outside. What? Why are you smiling?
I'm just laughing. Am I not have to laugh?
No, you're allowed to laugh. We could jump into some more serious topics. I'm gonna slide this over and read.
So now we can get things rolling.
So for some reason, it's so funny because me and Kevin always talk about space in our episodes. Like I think like we've talked about space
almost every episode.
Episode. But I'm sorry, I gotta go back to it because I'm fascinated with like space and space exploration.
It's definitely a topic you can talk about every single time.
Yeah. But this is recent in the news. So after over 50 years of like when NASA put the man on the moon, NASA's finally making progress towards life on the moon again.
Oh wow!
So there's
the moon landing was fake, so
yeah, exactly. So this is really the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But apparently, so NASA, there's a space. I don't know if it's a shuttle or a ship or whatever, but it's called Artemis 1, and it's gonna be the first Optimus. No, it's Artemis 1. It's gonna be a crewless launch upcoming in like a week, like late August.
Oh, wow.
But it's crewless, so it doesn't have any people on it. And I think it's just going to be like a flyby at the moon. And then they're going to be doing Artemis 2 in the coming years, I think 2023, which is going to have a crew on it, but they're just going to do a flyby around the moon and then come back. And then in 2025, it's called Artemis 3. Yeah, I think it's 2025 or 2026. It's going to be the first moon landing since 1972. And they're going to put the man back on the moon.
So the first moon landing is about to happen.
Yeah, thank you. But also, it's going to include the first woman to walk on the moon.
Oh.
That's what it said. I had to say that.
I had to add that part in.
Yeah. But I think that's dope. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Because we haven't seen big like progress in space exploration in a while. I feel like.
According to Elon Musk, he's made lots of strides to work towards Mars.
Yeah.
Because apparently we went on the. When was the last time we were on the moon? It was almost
1972.
50 years ago.
Yeah.
So. But apparently there's like nothing on the moon. There's really no point in actually going to the moon.
Yeah.
Mars is actually, I believe, Mars is habitable, and the moon, I don't know if it's habitable or not, but the Mars is definitely like a better secondary planet to have.
Yeah. That's I don't know. That's just wild to me. I guess you're kind of right. Like, why would they send people to the moon? What are you gonna do? Like, pick up samples like of rock? Like,
I think it was just because of the space race and this. What war was that? Was that?
Well, no, I mean like nowadays.
Oh, now I don't think there's any reason just to go for the hell of it, just to go back to the moon.
Yeah, no, but I bet like NASA especially, but also like private companies like SpaceX are making strides, like actively making strides to like make efforts to going back to the moon and doing more space exploration. But I think it's more private stuff. So hearing something like this is huge. Mm-hmm. It's public, you know?
I believe that Elon Musk also said that he has a NASA contract to go back to the moon in 2023. So
that's
who
dope.
knows what if they have something working, like maybe just be for samples and stuff like that to check other like living things. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just saying shit at this point.
Yeah. Bro, imagine looking at like being on the moon and looking at Earth. That's crazy.
That'd be cool. Logan Paul said if you go on the moon and you put your thumb up to cover the Earth, everything that you've ever known is technically like gone.
Which it is.
Mm-hmm. That's cool, but if you just move your thumb, it's still there. But
yeah, but that's a crazy thought. Like, I don't know. It's an off-putting. I don't know if off-putting.
You should get off-putting.
But it's like a mind-bending. I'll change up my words because of you. It's like a mind-bending thought that in our whole lifetime, everything we know and like have thought of or or been to, like places we've been to, is only existent on Earth throughout our like
and we haven't
entire
even explored
universe.
half of it. Or
Yeah.
actually, that's not. Well, technically, we've only explored 5% of the ocean.
Yeah.
And how much of the Earth is the ocean? Isn't it
A
like
lot.
80% or something?
I don't know. It's a lot.
So then we technically explored a lot less than half of the Earth.
Yeah. That's wild. Yeah, like we've explored the Marina Trench. Mariana.
The Marina Trench.
Yeah. Update.
How do you say it?
We had a mishap last episode. It's called Mariana Trench. So yeah.
I didn't know the people in our comments were literally the ones that went down there.
Yeah. They were. But Mariana Trench. That's that.
Well, we're gonna film an episode down there, right? We have it scheduled.
Yeah.
For next week. Perfect.
Is it next week? Shit, I got what day? I gotta mark that down. Thursday. All right, I gotta mark. Imagine. I just started typing. So for anyone that doesn't know, Barstool Prez, Dave Portnoy, he does pizza reviews, and so he goes around literally like across the U.S. and does these pizza reviews, and he did one near us at this place called DeLucia's Pizza, and I'm pretty sure, like, he said it was debatably the best pizza he's ever had, and he gave it a 9.4, and I personally haven't been there. Have you? Yeah, which is crazy because it's like 9 or 10 minutes away from our house. So I was thinking we got to try it on the pod for one episode. Like, we did the
dad, when I told him about it, he's like, that place is a shithole. It's been there for like 40 years.
Oh my god.
But I guess they make good pizza.
Yeah, maybe.
There's no parking. Like,
yeah,
there's literally no parking lot. It's
I
right
know.
on the main street.
Yeah, it's crazy. But like when Dave Portnoy originally released that video, you had to order days ahead to get the pizza. Like, how does that work? And there was like 3-hour lines. Like, people would drive like hours away.
I drove
just
by
to try it.
I think 2 weeks after the thing came out, so the hype's long dead, and there was still, I want to say, 30, 40 people waiting outside in line.
That's mad.
I guess the pizza's that good. It's worth it.
Yeah. Alright, you want to hop into your topic?
I saw this, and I don't know too much about it, but Rick Ross places hefty $10 million pledge for Jake Paul's next fight. So Rick Ross, whatever bag is into the fight, is adding an extra $10 million towards the fight.
Like, for the winner?
I'm assuming. I'll try to find more details about it.
You good.
But that's just crazy to think how, obviously, Jake Paul made something like $45 million last year in like everything. But just like thinking the number $10 million in the conversation of a kid that started off as like making YouTube videos now into like professional boxing fights is just ridiculous.
Yeah, and if he's pledging 10 mil, what's the actual like payout? You know what I mean? Like how much of 10 mil is a fraction of the total? You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. It could be a massive bag.
Okay, so Rick Ross says boxers are afraid of fighting Jake Paul, and he's putting his money where his mouth is to find a competitor. The Port of Miami, I guess that's his nickname, rapper posted an Instagram selfie with Jake Paul on Tuesday, offering $10 million to anyone willing to square off the social media personality turned boxer. So it's not for the winner. He's giving this $10 million to whoever the hell fights Jake Paul next.
I'll fight Jake Paul.
Hell yeah, let's pull that clip back up.
Yeah, right?
Which is, since everyone seems to be afraid to fight Jake Paul, I'm down to put another $10 million on top to make sure the right match happens. What fight would you want to say? That's ridiculous.
That's a lot of damn money. Wasn't Rick Ross the one who like bought a farm and like a llama or something?
He has. It's in the hundreds for the amount of acres.
Mm-hmm.
He lives in, I think, one of the Carolinas or something like that, and he has like every farm animal in the world. Apparently, his driveway is like a quarter of a mile long, and I think he has the largest single-family pool in the entire country.
What? How big must it be?
This house,
it's got to be massive.
It's ridiculous. Actually, I don't think it was that big. Like, well, okay, it's big. Like looking at it now, that's the front of his house.
Holy!
And there's an aerial picture, but
What the heck?
That pool doesn't look that big.
It doesn't.
It's definitely a big ass pool.
Yeah.
But okay, his house is in Georgia.
Okay.
But like, yeah, there's no way the pool is the largest in the country. Has the largest residential swimming pool in the U.S.
Residential, that might make sense.
I don't know. I feel like out of all the mansions across the country, there's not one in like California.
Yeah.
That's 3 times the size of the house.
Yeah, dude, it looks like a wave pool.
Because of the shape. I saw a house, and the pool was in the front yard one time. Yeah, and it was in ground. It wasn't like an above ground pool. Like you passed the pool going up the driveway.
Was it like a super long driveway?
It was like,
or could you see the front yard from like a road?
You can see. So the road's like this. The driveway goes like this. There's a pool here and then a house here.
I don't think I'd like that.
I think that's like against the law.
Oh, really?
You're not supposed to. I don't think you're supposed to have pools in the front yard.
Why is that? I wonder why.
I know you have to have a fenced-in pool, and the pool isn't fenced in either. So like, random animals just don't run into your pool. So like, this dude's breaking every pool code that you could possibly. He's probably just trying to play a game or whatever.
Yeah, bro, for real. Yeah, no, those are the kind of people that find like loopholes in like the legal system and just do what they want.
Exploit the hell out of them.
Yeah. What was I? Oh my god. So I'll bring up this topic now, but I'll talk about it more in depth on the next podcast because I'll actually do some research. But talking about legal loopholes, there's a lot of videos that go like famous about this, but then it like dies out, and I don't know how it's not more popular. But there's this guy, I forget his name, but he runs this thing called McCamey Manor. Have you ever heard of this? No. Oh my god! So like during Halloween and stuff, you go to like scare farms, right? So near us, it's called Schaefer Scare Farm, and like you go to those, and they're fun. They're not that scary, but like still scary.
It's something with your friends.
Yeah. But McCamey Manor is apparently like it was a self-built one, and it like some people say, like it claims to be like a scare farm type thing, but it's really like a torture chamber / test.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You have to sign a waiver.
Yeah.
They can like rip off your fingernails and stuff like that. It's
Pull
crazy.
teeth.
You can literally get tortured in the place.
The
last time I heard about this, it wasn't very recent, but not a single person has started it and finished it.
Yeah, no one's finished it.
Everyone just quits because it's literal hell.
Yeah. Apparently they have a huge payout, and if you like complete it, you get the payout. But everyone's saying that no one can complete it. Like they make you not complete it.
That's right. You'd probably get killed before you complete it.
Yeah.
Think about your finger. Imagine completing a haunted house and your fingernails are getting ripped off. Oh.
But so it really is like a mental challenge at that point, or like a psychological challenge. But you want to know one of the craziest things?
What?
Dude, they post it online. They post some of the footage because they record it for legal purposes the entire time. But footage, I watched some of the footage online. It's sad. Welcome back. The camera cut out after 30 minutes, of course, and we ate maybe, possibly, potentially some mini churros.
Full cardiac arrest of Cheerios.
Yeah. But while so where we left off was we were talking about McCamey. I think it's McCamey, something like that. Manor, and so I was saying it just cut off, but I was saying how this woman went on there, and like they like grab her by the hair and drag her and like shit like that, and it's just like unreal. And during the break, I showed Kevin what it was like, and
fucking crazy.
No, it's actually disgusting. You could find it online. Just search up like McCamey Manor.
I honestly wouldn't watch it.
It's sad.
Up.
Like it's like watching torture happen. It's crazy. But Kevin brought up a good fact of like when we were off the podcast. He was like what do you have to do to work there? Like why would you want to work there? And my response to that is like, dude, you literally have to be psycho to work there. Like I bet they enjoy torturing those people.
They probably are psychopaths that want to hurt people and they just work and they get paid to do it.
Yeah, like the clip I showed Kevin was like this woman got like blood poured on her and like they were stepping on her hair.
She was being like held out of a tunnel.
Yeah.
And her hair was wrapped over the top of the pipe and someone's foot was holding it down.
Dude, I can't even imagine. And also, okay, so apparently there's like, we're going to get more into this on the next episode, like I said, but apparently there's 24,000 people on the wait list to go there. Like what? Why? Like what?
Who's,
Why?
Who's crazier, the fucking people working there or the people that want to do that?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Psychopaths.
Whoa! I just got the weirdest like chills.
Whoa! I spin around and fly through the ceiling.
Whoa! Alright, bro. Honestly, this episode, it was a little off, but we're both just so tired. We've been grinding.
It's been a long day.
It has. Just a lot of like funniness happening. We're just gooning. But I think we're gonna close it up maybe like a little early. But episode 10.
The big 1-0.
Yeah.
Double digits will be a big episode.
It'll be big. We have really big things planned. So just be on the lookout for that. It's gonna be dope.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be dope.
Very excited.
Yeah. So that's been it. Episode 9. Episode 10 next Friday, 3 p.m. Yeah. Peace out, guys.
Thanks for watching. See you. Why is so funny?
I don't know why that was so funny.